One gringo drifting downriver on North America's southern border. Not the Rio Grande, it's the Usumacinta, the Maya frontier between Mexico and Guatemala. A lawless place filled with cultural and natural treasures. A remote passage on a long journey for thousands of illegal immigrants every year. A haven for smugglers, looters, and poachers. And through it all, a river that is the lifeblood of a vanishing ecosystem. For years, I've admired the ancient culture that made this watershed its home. The Maya civilization, built by skilled farmers, artists, and astronomers that flourished for thousands of years. But this year, I began to ask questions about the conflicts running through today's Maya heartland. The pressures that are changing their traditional way of life and forcing them to move out of their villages. And the growing military presence as both Mexico and Guatemala fight an invasion of narco-traffickers, a battle that evokes memories of a brutal civil war, too recent to be forgotten.
Son naves que han salido desde Colombia.
What does the future hold for the Maya? A people who survived their own civil conflicts and environmental collapse 1,200 years ago, who battled the Spanish conquerors 500 years ago, and who today speak dozens of ancient languages as they absorb the modern world around them. The Mexican Revolution of 1910 brought them a rallying cry, Tierra y Libertad, land and freedom. But who has first claim to the homesteads in the Lacandon jungle? What happens when that homestead is torn out of a protected area, the last of the rainforests? And when the river at the center of it all is threatened by plans for new hydroelectric dams? What can governments do to promote peace and prosperity when today's revolutionaries battle to keep their jungle settlements independent and tell their followers that the newly vigorous democracy is a sham, that voting is pointless? In a nation that is split into two countries, North and South, rich and poor, modern and ancient, what can a candidate do to win the people's trust? Promise a return to what's been called the perfect dictatorship? Offer stability and national unity? Or propose a fundamental change that puts the poor first in line? And what happens when both of the frontrunners insist that they have won?